It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there, welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching the front Leadership TV. My name is Afa Cho Salifu. Welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you.
Beautiful Thursday evening.
Tuesday evening.
Tuesday, actually, it looks like I keep
Yeah, I
going ahead of time.
Maybe your mind is with the Super Eagles friendly match against the Ecuador. Maybe after watching the Mexico, you want to be hurried to see what is happening against Ecuador.
Oh, obviously. Well, with that, that's how I welcome you to today's episode of Sports Orbit. Rightly, like he said, Super Eagles of Nigeria will be in action once again on Thursday against Ecuador. And Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro is actually planning a new style for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. According to him, he said he's an advocate of attacking football, and he expects that the Nigerian national team will always play like that. He spoke while to newsmen after the 2-1 loss at the AT&T Stadium in Texas. He said, "I love to play attack and pressure my opponent, and that's how the Eagles will play. My philosophy as a coach is to play attacking football. I love my team to score and pressure the opponent. This is the best way to unsettle your opponent and win the game. That is how we played in the second half against Mexico." And clearly, yesterday, while we're on this program, like I said, a few people who watched that game, some journalists, Nigerian journalists who watched that game, actually, and he's actually confirming what people saw. From what a lot of people saw, being his first game, a lot of people said he looks like he's someone who has it up there when it comes to coaching. He looks like someone who knows what he's doing, and especially in the second half of the game, they said Super Eagles came out attacking, play out, coming out different thing. So a lot of watchers are saying, well, if this man stays on as time goes on, he's able to build a cohesive team, then we can see the kind of football that we've always expected the Super Eagles to play. And he himself is saying, I love playing attacking football. This will be good news to Nigerians.
Well, I just want to stay with what I said yesterday. That it's too early to judge him. It's too early to praise him, and it's too early to condemn him. Yes, even me, I'm a fan of attacking football. I like to the best way to win the best form of defense is to attack. And even though I'm not a coach, and if you want to win a match, you can't just sit back and want to defend. You need to go out there to attack. And when you're attacking, good pressure on the opponent, you force the opponent to stay back.
Yeah.
So and that is the best way. You can also defend your own backyard. So, to me, and what I want to say, the Peseiro is you allow Nigerians to judge. You see, I don't believe in the coach who want to begin to talk too much. I want to do this. I want to do this. Let the work speak for you. Like I said yesterday, it's too early to condemn him and it's too early to praise him. All we want to be, but what I want, just like I said in a previous edition of the program, all Nigerian he already has our coach, and all we need to do is to also give him all the necessary support and give him all the necessary encouragement. Whatever we need to give him, we should give him. It's too early. We shouldn't condemn him and feel whatever he's bound. And as a human being, you are bound to make a mistake. And even though in the process as he's come to build the team, he make a mistake. We should allow him to take time to correct his mistake. So this is what for him as a coach, and we should let Nigerian watch what you are doing and let Nigeria begin to speak for you. But when you begin to speak all the time, I want to do this, I want to play this, I want to play this. No, let the people begin to say, oh, so Super Eagles have suddenly changed. Super Eagles is now playing attacking football like the style of the Barcelona, the way the Barcelona play, and then the way the Liverpool play, all the Liverpool play. So let Nigerians say, not him coming up to say often and time. To me, it's like this is just his first match, and now it's like he want to begin to speak too much. He should just concentrate on the job.
No, well, I mean, he was asked question and he's supposed to answer. He was speaking with journalists.
yes, if you ask
So,
questions to me, if I'm in the show, yes, okay, well, we're here to build a team. Just watch and let you give me time, and then you see what will happen.
all right, still on to the Super Eagles, where Super Eagles defender Chidozie Awaziem has urged Nigerians to expect a better performance from the Super Eagles as they take on Ecuador on Thursday, 2nd of June. Recall that in the first friendly, they lost 2-1 to Mexico, but Chidozie has actually advised Nigerians and assured Nigerians that there will be improvement in the game. He said, "We are prepared for the second game against Ecuador, and the training session went well. Everyone was ready in training, and it was really a tough one, but I hope we will be ready for the game against Ecuador, and everyone is really in good shape." So, also, Awaziem also at least lending his voice to say that, yes, we lost the first game, but we still have a chance to make amends, and you shouldn't just write us off yet just by losing one friendly game. We have another game to play, and we are going to put up better performance in our subsequent game.
Well, just like you usually see, this is just a friendly match. And I think I'm not interested either you win by 5-0, you win by any score zero. All you need to do is an opportunities for you to build it to and test the players. So there's not even any urge that you must go out there to win. Although it can't, like yesterday, I read one a very beautiful speech or so somebody write on the website. I don't want to mention that particular website. It's a Nigerian journalist. I wrote that website on the foreign website. Very beautiful articles and very beautiful. But what it's like, so these are some of the things we are talking about. When you are beginning to assess it and begin to count that yes, the coach started on a losing note and being the first coach or the first Super Eagle to lose his first match, and now that as he needed all the solution to solve the defensive problem, if not, it to become on the to avoid be a 2-0, be a 2-0 in the sense that to lose the second consecutive match. So these are some kind of things that put pressures on people. Yes, it is good to put pressures on someone to let him sit up. But as a journalist, all we need to do is just we should mellow down, keep down, and watch this. That either we like him or not, he's already here as a Super Eagle coach. And just like you say, and from the match we watched against Mexico, it's not all that bad. You can see some input of tactical input in the match. Which give you impression that if given opportunities and given the necessary support, we will likely see a different Super Eagle from what we see. So, but now to begin to feel as if we are piling pressures on the coach that he must go out, that they already like by that analysis and by that analysis from that fellow, it's like Nigeria must do all they can to win the match against the Ecuador. To me, which is not it's not necessary for now.
Oh, of course, we'll keep watching. That match comes up on the 2nd of June, early hours of Thursday, actually. Away from that now to some athletics, where the Athletics Federation of Nigeria have listed the likes of Toby Amuson, Esther Brume, and 51 others for the 22nd African Athletics Championship. Esther Brumo, for, of course, long jump, Chioma Onyekwere, discus, and Chukwu Ebuka and Nekwechi shot put top the list of 45 athletes who will represent Nigeria at the 22nd Athletics Championship scheduled to hold between June 8th and 12th in Mauritius. Amusan will be competing in two individual events. That's the 4x100 relay. She has been listed to compete in the women's 100 meters alongside God bless Tima Sekiese and Praise Ofuku, as well as the 100 meters hurdles, where she will be defending the title she first won in Asaba 4 years ago at the 21st edition of the championship. So, AFN has finally come out with its list of athletes who will be participating in that tournament. So, about 54, all of them. So, we'll be looking forward to see how, especially the front runners, perform.
Yeah, a fantastic one. And if you look at the name that you mentioned, some of them have made their mark, and it's a familiar name and make their mark. About 4 African champions are on that list of Nigeria, like Musa Tobi, to be Amosu and Professor Miss and others. So we hope that just like EFN said, that we need to prepare the itinerary for the championship, at least giving all the necessary support in this African domain, and we need to make good there and make it mark.
Yeah, I mean, completely. And also, another still story of the EFN. The EFN also has advised, for the upcoming calendar for international athletes to uh, roll out their programs so that they'll be able to perform. Don't forget that the championship in Mauritius, there's also the Commonwealth,
Yes.
there's also the game coming up in, I can't remember now, I think in Canada or so, but a lot of
A lot of events lined up.
lined up for athletics. But one thing with the AFN, where I give them some bit of kudos, in spite of the crisis that engulfed the AFN, somehow they've still been able to somehow manage it. That some people even think that there's no more crisis, but there are still factions. But the way they've been able to navigate it, you think all is well. Unlike their brothers in the NBBF.
You know, yes, just like you rightly say, the AFN sagas cause us a lot of things, a lot of damage at the Rio Olympic. And it appears that there's, just like you say, it appears that there's an element of seamless sentiment or peaceful, when you say peaceful in the AFN. The peaceful in the sense, although there are some silent fights going on every day, we hear some people going to EFCC, going to
But they have not
ICPC,
affected,
all those
allowed
things.
it affect.
But you don't have
athletes.
much of this in the media or
Exactly.
that is affecting their program. But that is also more likely. Before, prior to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic, why the issue was still on the rails, that the then president and then the former president, who is Alice Ogusu, is calm, have access to the world body. They have access to the world body, and the world body communicating with them. Why the other faction led by George Olumide have the backing of the sport for, or have the backing of the ministers and the government. But now in the Tenable to Okoa led faction, after at the Tokyo Olympic, so they were able, because of the minister of youth and sport, they were able to cement the relationships and to get endorsement to ensure that the world body, the world athletic body, hand over the communication and everything to the ECOWAS. Now that has removed, the communication and everything, that has rendered the OCOA, the Uguso faction powerless, because now they don't have anything to back on. They don't have the backing of the world body, and they don't have the government backing. So OCOA is strongly in charge, because they have the direct communication with the world body, and the world body is dealing with that, and they are back home, the government is behind them. So Gusu, his power has become his still has become cut down completely, but he's still fighting silently.
Yeah, I mean, but that goes to still show some level of
maturity compared to what is happening in basketball.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Because
and also commended Gusu that and his faction for not allowing their interest to break the programs of the
yeah, exactly. I mean, like you said, even the crisis still going on. You hardly they haven't been washing their dirty linens in public, taking it to the media. Unlike in the NBF, when you hear this thing, the next day they're in the media shouting, "No, we don't accept this." We are exactly.
And when the government take the choice, we are going to court to challenge it.
Exactly. So I think kudos to the FN, and somehow I'm sure they'll find a way of completely resolving their issues.
And what is more important that OCOAS and if I may advise OCOAS and his group shouldn't take this opportunity for granted, that now we have the control of the FN, we have the backing, and just to completely sideline the other faction. All in that, all of you are stakeholders. So carry everybody around, and even though they don't agree with you, time to time trying to use opportunity to reach out to them. There's nothing wrong in the private business. You can just in private business take a trip from here to Gusu, or take a trip from Abuja, wherever Gusu you or wherever. We need to settle this out. Both of us are fighting for a common interest. All we want is just a bit of basketball. And if the interest of basketball, what's stopping us from coming together? I need to support you. You need my support. Let's come together.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. So let's hope that eventually everything in the AFN will be eventually resolved. Away from that now to from NPFL news, where Rangers coach Abdul Mekaba has said that Rangers of Enugu will fight till the end of the season. Recall that in their last game, they were completely outclassed by Plateau United. 4-0 it ended in that one. But the coach has said that with 8 more matches to go in the MPFL. It is not yet who yet the team will fight to the finish. The Flying Antelopes are currently third on the table, 48 points from 30 games, 13 points behind leaders Rivers United, and 9 points behind second place Plateau United. Well, I think for Rangers all season two, they haven't done too badly. That third position, they've since Remo Stars began dropping, yeah, they've tried to maintain it at a point. It was they and Remo Stars fluctuating, but Rangers somehow have a tight hold on that, on that third position. And the coach is saying, well, we might not have the opportunity of winning the league, but we will likely at least book a continental ticket.
I quite agree. I quite agree with him. And just like this is a game of football. It is not yet over, and it's finally over. The point, although the 8 matches to go, but that will mean that for them to become a second position, but to sit, but let's be realistic that winning the league, that one is completely off their fingers. But finishing the second it can still be achieved if Plateau United remove leg from their pedal. So definitely you still have a chance, and still have, and unless it's called, you don't need to give up. You don't need to give up in the middle of fight until the fight is finished.
Completely agree. I mean, there are still third, still 8 games to go, and there's still 8 games to go. That's almost about 24 points.
That's more than more than that. We are 8 matches that we are talking about 20. We're talking about 24 points.
24 points. 24 points. So
and the point between you and the second place just 9 points. So definitely you still have a chance.
So there's still a lot to play for. Away from that, now to another story that's coming from Super Eagles, where Emmanuel Jennings.
Yes. I've joined the team.
But recall that initially he had to be replaced by, I think it was Murphy. Or one of them, Terry Murphy. But he has been, should we say now, he now get crashed. The other day was the story of a certain Uzoa who was not even listed. But on the day of the match, he was actually between the sticks. And today, news just broke out that Emmanuel Dennis has also reported to camp.
Well, maybe I sympathize. You have to sympathize with him. I remember he was just he played with Watford, and the Watford go down in the relegation. Maybe he was not in the right mood to go and play the first match because of the relegation they saw first. And now he feel that that life has to go on. He decided to reject out and go and make the team when they come. And at the same time, it is good. That give the new coach another option in attacking front.
Exactly.
And for instance, now, and if you're an attacker based on what that the stream they scored this has scored the score. If you're an attacker, you have to be fair for that game, because that guy leaded the conference league with as a leading scorer, and the first match came to play Super Eagles. He proved that he proved that his leading on the in Europa Conference was just a fluke.
Exactly.
And now everybody has to judge. To me, every player of the Super Eagles need to fight for his position, for a place. And it's good that Dennis has to get out to go and meet the team and to be part of the team.
Completely, and I'm sure, especially knowing that you have a new coach, new coach in charge. I mean, it feels this will be a good opportunity for at least the coach to see at least what I can offer.
And for players like Dennis who have not fully established himself as a Super Eagle players, he needs to grab to take every opportunity, not to begin to start selecting matches.
Exactly.
That's some of the things I hate about Nigerian players. Selecting match, a player should select match, and they should know that now we have either we like to or not. We have a coach who is more disciplined and more open to the game. So if you are not serious, he has to let you be and move forward. So attitudes of the players selecting matches to play, always give an excuse. I have a game, I have injuries, I have this. It doesn't go well. Even first and foremost for yourself, that you are representing the country, you are representing yourself first and foremost, because at the back of your shirt you are carrying your family's name, not my name, not Nigeria's name. Exactly. It is after the who are you playing? You are representing Nigeria, but first and foremost, it is your family name that is at the back of your seat. So you are first representing yourself.
Of course, and like you rightly said, he yet to firmly establish himself. And for someone like Cyril Dessers too, who is trying to find his foot to come and put that kind of performance, I'm sure wherever he was like, hey, look, if I don't turn up, then I might be completely forgotten, because you are not an Osimhen or a Kelechi who are integral part of the team, or a Wilfred, for instance. You are just coming. If you don't come, Nigerians will easily forget you.
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah. Anyway, at this point, we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, Sport Upbeat continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit now. Next story is coming from basketball, where Nigerian-born coach Ime Udoka has led the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals, where they will face off with the Golden Warriors. The Celtics actually won the Eastern Conference to emerge finals, where they will challenge Golden State Warriors, who were winners in the Western Conference. And for Ime Udoka, former the Tigers coach, former the Tigers player, this is, I mean, not a small feat. This is he making history. I mean, not just first Nigerian, but first African coach to lead an NBA team to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, congratulations to him. Congratulations to Nigeria. I'm proud that he's a Nigerian. And we have many Nigerians outside Nigeria proud.
Exactly.
Because he just what we are lacking is just
Proper leadership
and enable
environment.
environment at home here. That's why you see Nigerians, the moment they step out, education wise, any sectors you go to Nigeria, once they step out of this country, and with the enable environment, what all the necessary putting together, you see them excel.
Exactly.
So knowledge brain is not approved, but how to put it together and to have enabling condition to make best report to have is actually a challenge at back home. So congratulations to him, and then congratulations to Nigerians, and we hope that you'll be able to ultimately claim the titles, and that will be ultimate success for him and for Nigeria.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember when he was first appointed as the coach of the Celtics, a lot of people were skeptical because they felt, okay, yes, having played in the NBA, the only coaching experience he had properly was coaching and the Tigers and all of that. And a lot of people didn't really have confidence in him, but gradually as the season began, he played, and now they are in the finals.
And with all the top teams in NBA and all the
exactly.
big boys in NBA, for him to lead the Celtics to the final shows that he still really knows his honor. And the final, to me, he has already achieved. Either he loses in the final, it's not a failure against. He has already proved himself. But we wait that he ultimately toss the trophy and the title.
All right, away from that now to some European football, where Victor Osimhen has missed on the European Golden Shoe Award. Of course, this award is usually given to the highest goal scorer in the top 5 leagues of Europe. He actually lost to Robert Lewandowski, who retained it with 35 goals, while Paris Saint-Germain's Kylian Mbappe came second. Actually, Lewandowski was 7 goals clear of Kylian Mbappe, while in third place was Karim Benzema, who was in third place. Osimhen actually banged 18 goals for Napoli in all competitions, while Onuachu and Owoni also missed out, having scored 19 and 15 goals respectively. Osimhen will take consolation, although he won the best young player of the 2021-2022 season, despite missing a good part of the campaign through injury. Yeah, other top stars who other people who were in the running for it, of course, Mo Salah, Erling Haaland, Cristiano Ronaldo, Tammy Abraham, Sadio Mane, Kevin De Bruyne, Neymar, and Raheem Sterling were also among the players. But good one for the young man. Not winning it, but at least being among the top 10.
That even make the list.
Yeah.
It's a good one. And if not for injury, who knows? Maybe if not for injuries that caused some of his missing the light part of the league, that would that maybe he will come among the top scorers. But at least at Lewandowski, it is difficult to challenge him.
Yeah, I mean, winning it back to back. In fact, last season was 40 goals, then this season 35, with Mbappe coming second.
And now he said that his time is up at Bayern.
He's quite often, yeah. Baka actually eyeing him, but incidentally, Baka don't have the money to bring him. The only way is for Baka must be able to sell some players for some good money for them to enable. And Lewandowski, even the La Liga president has said it that Barca cannot afford Lewandowski as he stands.
And if you sell player to bring one player, so Lewandowski cannot just play. You need a complete.
No, but the truth is, if they
at
can
the same
get
time,
him,
but if you look at age is already counting on. He's 35 at the moment. He's
No,
35
but-
or 33.
no, but I think a lot of players these days, like even I can't remember which player said. He said it looks like football is beginning to change because some few years ago, once you hit 27, 28, but nowadays are the guys who are 34, 35
I even more
who are now
effective.
getting the job done. Look at Karim Benzema, look at Lewandowski, look at Ronaldo, even look at Messi.
Yes.
So he said, look, football is beginning to change. And I think in life, sometimes you get to a point where things begin to change. Because it's not like it's written anywhere that once you hit a certain age, then you become a rubbish player. But once you're able to take care of yourself, you still have passion
But
for the
you,
job.
you,
You keep
you,
going.
you even get to one thing. If you look at football compared to tennis, Nada is 35.
Exactly.
Nada
It's not almost all sports now.
Nada is 30,
Almost all sports.
Nada is 36.
Yeah.
Jacob is 35.
Yeah.
But in football, those guys at that age, they can stay on the court for 2 hours
Exactly.
unbreakable. 2
Exactly.
hours.
Yeah.
This is an individual sport. They can stay there for 2 hours. Unlike football, it's a team football. And so in football, sometimes I can even not be on the pitch
Exactly.
for 1 minute. You are not even touching the ball. We are resting. But in a long tennis, we are just one-on-one facing each other at every cap. We are natural. But those guys at their 35, at 36, they are still
going stronger.
They are still going stronger. So, and just like you rightly see, Ronaldo, Messi, Karim Benzema, then Luka Modric, you see that they are in,
Exactly.
and they are still doing well.
Excellent.
So there's no saying that if you are if that will also depend on if you are at your rightful age.
Yeah.
You know, so some people force their age. So you actually should. But if it's your right age, nothing stop you even at 40.
Of course. I mean, like Cristiano Ronaldo once said that he's sure he's going to play up to his 40s.
And he's very clear.
Yeah, very,
Ronaldo's he has no any sign of depreciation.
Exactly.
And 40 Ronaldo can still play. He may not be as fast as he but he can still
Don't forget that even Buffon retired at 41.
Yeah, that's a goalkeeper.
But he was still at the top. But some players, even goalkeepers, 35. I mean, someone was even saying Wayne Rooney is not older than Cristiano Ronaldo, and they play together.
Yes.
But Wayne Rooney is looking like
father,
like
Ronaldo father.
Exactly. So I think basically.
And there's one Egyptian player before, and is it Ahmed Ahmed Hassan that played up to 40 years?
Yeah. So I think these days, then of course with improvement in technology exactly, players know how to take care of themselves better and play. Just like you said, people who, of course, because you see for some Nigerian players, someone is 32, 33, and he say retired. I said, of course, because by the time you start playing at that level, maybe you are already 30.
At the time maybe you say you are 25. At the time you are playing under 20, maybe you are already 27 or 30.
Exactly.
And you are still at 35.
So by the time you get into Europe at that topic, you are maybe like 35. You play for 2-3 years then. But even some new generation of players from Nigeria these years are like the likes of the Osimhen, Kelechi, them. These are people who at least you are able to track their progress from when, so you are able to at least guess their actual age.
Yes.
And that will really help going forward. Anyway, congrats to Osimhen. At least he won the Young Player of the Year in his career.
That is a whole mark of success. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, now to some transfer news where Liverpool have joined the chase for Benfica striker, that's Darwin Nunes, who is rated actually 100 million euros. Currently, as of last week, early this week, United were actually leading the race for the striker, but as of today, reports came in that Liverpool are also interested. Well, Arsenal too have shown some interest in mid, but Benfica are saying.
Where you are talking of 100 million pounds, Arsenal can go there. And Arsenal is just like once you hear money, big money, you don't expect Arsenal to come in there. And Arsenal is not able. Arsenal is not. That's why Arsenal find it difficult to compete with the big boys. You know, now the transfer open, the transfer everybody, you see everybody trying to get for Arsenal. But that's now we wait to the last minute until the leftover, where everybody have taken one thing they want to take the leftover. That good happen. You now begin to struggle to pick the leftover. So where Arsenal can't compete, but when you can't compete with the big boys, then to transfer. And look at Klopp. Klopp don't just sign any players at all. He just go for what he needs. And
exactly.
For him to go, for him to now begin to talk about strikers, is already aiming for something.
Of course, because I mean, up front, Liverpool already has enough firepower.
They have no firepower.
I mean, Diaz just came in. You
Yes.
still have Salah.
Yes.
You have a Diego
Yes.
Jota.
Yes.
You still have Robert Firmino
Mm.
in there. A Mane, but although there's speculations that Mane might likely leave. So I mean, if at all he leaves, they're already planning ahead. If he leaves, that we have
It's already planning
looking at-
ahead. Yes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Salah is already age already showing.
Yeah.
So for him to, if it's really interesting to opportunity, that means there's already aiming and calculating ahead to make aiming for something.
Well, to some other transfer news too, where it was revealed today also that Inter have actually approached Romelu Lukaku to see if they can bring him back once again.
And that would be good for Lukaku. I think even the sense of everybody will be happy that let him go.
Because if he's made this decision, known that I mean he misses Inter Milan and he likely
He has
wants
to
to
go
go back.
back. He has to go back because if he stays in Chelsea, will mean nothing to him and the club. So definitely he has to go back. I'm happy that Inter has still have interest. And just like you asked question, Inter is going to replicate that form again. It's another different ball.
There's another ball
But
game.
a mindset where your mind is set into one particular problem, that will definitely push you to do push is an order to push you all forward.
All right. With that, come to the end of today's episode of Sports Orbit. And tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll bring you the midweek edition. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio once again with me today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow again with another exciting episode. I remain your host, Alpha Cho. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.